Yes.
Right.
I wanted to record that.
We're wasting time. Welcome to What's Up with the What's Up, where we talk about whatever with whomever. I'm Desmond.
I'm Sienna.
And today we don't have Zach Woods. We don't have Jonathan Connolly. We have a special person that you guys do not know, so it's not special to you.
Wow. Thank you.
We have our friend Bailey Beers. Probably shouldn't put your last name out there. She's going to be mediating this. Good luck. And we're just going to go with whatever you want to talk about. What do you want to talk about? Last time we talked about what? Mindset and well-being.
Yeah.
It was mindset and well-being last time. I thought it went pretty well. But we'll see how this goes. I think we picked some topics that were spicy.
Yeah. You don't trust me?
At the same time.
You think it's going to go well. You should know it's going to go well. I'm here.
That's life. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what happens.
All right. So we're going to start with gender.
I'm a boy.
I'm a woman.
Great. We're
done
with
next
that topic.
please.
Okay. So the title is Gender. We all know men and women are different, but understanding how these differences drive our deepest needs on top of our unique personalities can make or break a marriage.
That's true.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just be gay and then it's not a problem.
It might help some things, but it would also hurt a lot of things. The fact that
We're not.
yeah, I would need to be attracted to my wife.
Okay. So there's what Sienna needs to know about Desmond and what Desmond needs to know about Sienna. Who wants to go first?
I want to know what I need to know about Desmond.
Okay.
Oh, this is what you need to know. First off, go.
Sienna, as your husband, Desmond needs more shared activity because he's needy.
Yeah.
We just talked about this the other day.
I need attention.
Yeah.
A lot of attention.
I know this.
Like a lot. Like all the time.
I get bored.
Like constant. As a dating couple, you enjoyed lots of shared activity. Research shows that this tends to diminish once you marry. Husbands place surprising importance on having their wife as a recreational companion.
Is that all I am?
Recreational companion. That's most of the game. That's most of what you provide for me. That if you don't feed that need, that's why you say I'm annoying, because I need more of that. Not now. I was just saying when I do those things. Not in this moment right now, but sometime today probably. I'm gonna get needy of. I just get bored, and she just thinks I'm annoying, and that's what it means, though. It's because I'm not getting. What is the word again? The phrase again? The last thing you said?
Recreational companion?
I'm not getting enough recreational companionship.
But we do everything together.
I know, but
it's not enough.
And like sometimes if I just want to go in the other room and watch a show while you're playing your game, that like makes you sad. And I found that out the other day. And you said that
I don't get sad. I'm a man.
You said just because you're playing your game doesn't mean you don't want to hang out with me. And so I came out and hung out with you.
Recreational companionship.
You need to learn how to play games with him, Sienna, and then you can hang out all the time.
Well, I try, but he doesn't want to play the games that I want to play.
Yeah,
because I want a Wii and I want to play Mario Brothers.
Do they still make Wiis?
I don't know, but I want one.
Bro, she wants to play like weak games, like old Atari games and stuff like that, like boring.
That
games.
was your
I'm out
idea
here trying to play
to
2K,
download.
and she wants to
Download
play
2K.
Yeah, exactly. This is how girls are. If you want us to play video games with you, you need to
It's
find
gotta
video
be-
games that we like.
Yeah, it has to be
Bro.
fun.
I guess our just understanding of fun are two different things.
And we tried.
Why are we
Gender.
actually fighting right now?
Gender differences.
I don't know, but even like we tried.
Bailey brought this out. We didn't do this with Zach. Bailey brought this out of us.
Why this matters for you, Sienna, is Desmond, more than you, connects emotionally by doing things together.
Just all things.
Everything.
But it doesn't have to be so intense. I think you want. I mean, I guess we'll get into more of your interpretation of it, but our understanding of quality time is different, I guess.
Yeah, because I want to do stuff.
And I think we're doing stuff, but I guess we're not.
And I want, like, if we're gonna hang out, I want you to like look at me and talk to me and like.
Not just exist next to each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So, on that note, what Desmond needs to know about Sienna. As your wife, Sienna needs to be cherished more than you think. In your dating relationship, you focus a lot on wooing Sienna. Research reveals
Ham
that
sandwich.
What?
I did do that.
Yeah, you did.
I
You
did
got
it.
like all the surprises and all the
I did it.
presents and
Hardcore.
yeah, that was nice. I enjoyed those days.
And still
now-
texted me when he was scared at work.
Maybe.
Research reveals that this fades once you're married because you become more focused on providing for her than cherishing her.
I mean, that's also important. Like, thanks for providing for me. But also,
I want more.
do nice things for me.
Give me more. It's just the balance, I guess. Well, COVID makes it hard because we can't do everything that we did before. We couldn't even do the apple picking. Did we do apple picking this year?
We did not go apple picking this year. This is the first year of my life that we didn't go apple picking. And it's not like it's your fault. It's not like you said, no, we're not going. I just never initiated it. Like, we were like, oh, yeah, let's do that. And then it was Halloween.
It's like a lot of plans that she would think would be quality time. We can't even really do. But like, we got to be more creative with it because COVID like shut down everything. But I loved it because I'm an introvert normally. And I like,
this
is great.
Stay home.
COVID should hit more often.
Do nothing. Which, like, I'm fine with. It's not like I'm unhappy. I am more of like, I like to actually go out and do things and like plan events and not just be home.
Right. So a lot of what this is the communication of you both want to be spending the time you're spending together, but you want to spend it differently. So Siena feels more cherished.
I don't even know how that like equates to being cherished. What does being cherished mean? Like,
Feel like you're important. Feel like you're valued.
You're his
I
queen.
I feel like this person values you.
But I do feel like that because even though when you told me like you don't want to just be isolated out here while I'm in there, like even though I was like annoyed by it because the bed's way more comfortable than this couch, I was still like, oh, he wants to be with me. So like that did still kind of make me feel that way. But then But then I came out here and we just didn't talk or do anything. So I'm like,
she
okay,
was let
cool.
down.
Well, let's talk about your needs. So you each have your top 5 needs according to this. And maybe that can explain why Siena answered in a way that said that she wasn't being cherished enough. So Siena's top 5 needs are affection, respect, security, intimacy, and companionship.
Aw.
Intimacy.
Affection. That was number 1.
It just sounds like a lot of touching.
Yeah, I love it. I just
like touching.
Not in like a weird way. No, you just made that weird. Why did you make it weird?
It's just a thing I did.
Never make that hand motion again.
I just like to like snuggle and like gaze longingly into each other's eyes.
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that.
You don't want to do that test where you like stare in each other's eyes for 2 minutes
I can
without
do it.
saying anything.
It's weird. No,
I would
never,
start laughing.
I
wouldn't be able to do
I
it.
can't. I don't see myself looking in her eyes like. I don't see myself doing that.
He makes fun of me because, like, in movies and stuff, like when they have those moments,
She's
like,
crying.
They're
dude.
like caressing each other's faces and just like having like this serious heart-to-heart moment, and I like it's like touching, and he
I'm
makes
doing
fun
this
of
face.
me.
I'm doing the face like, okay, that's cool, yeah. But it doesn't happen in real life.
It doesn't.
It could.
And if it does, bro, if I'm at Walmart and I see people doing that on the like on the side, I'm like, dude, this is weird. We all feel weird. Maybe they feel cherished.
Okay. So Desmond, your top 5 needs are rootedness, conversation, personal space, admiration, and honesty.
Admiration? What's that mean? That she's feeding my ego?
I have to admire you.
I hope not.
Rootedness? Is it stability? Like she's not going to leave me and walk out on me?
Sounds like it.
So
that's what I
basically,
think,
just be
but-
here and then just don't leave me, and I'm happy with that. And then feed my ego, but don't touch me, and then it'll be good.
Yeah, so it sounds like your personal space isn't just like having alone time. It's more just actual. I have a bubble.
Like, don't touch.
Don't touch me.
But I want to be in the bubble
We'll find out how to meet
all
it.
the time.
It's just understanding the other person's interpretation of quality time, and then
But I do think,
going out of your way to make that happen.
like, since we've taken this, I think we've gotten better at that. Like, I know when to back off and like when you've had enough. Most of the time, I can read it and respect it, and then sometimes when you just have to deal with it and let me be all over you because I need it.
What's the next topic?
Do you hate this?
I just want to go to the
You
next
hate
one.
this topic. Okay. So the next topic ties into the first topic of gender and its expectations. Making your roles conscious. For most people, the biggest part of their context is what they unconsciously learned about their role as a spouse from their family of origin.
So what we saw,
Yeah. So what your parents did, what you saw them
not even
doing.
what they really taught us,
Not what they taught you.
but what I learned to be what I was seeing and understood to be what a relationship should be.
Yeah. So, like they say, kids do what they see, not what they're told.
Well, if they see me tell them to not do this. I guess so.
So, you guys answered questions of who you thought had the responsibilities in the relationship based on what you saw your parents doing and then how you are in your own relationship.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think I answered these like
Does it
what
say,
I saw my parents doing. I think it's just how we work.
Does it say like
we
what
do.
we voted, what we agreed on? Like what we both gave the same answer for like a task or something, like taking out the trash or something.
It says it in the context of how you answered the question for your relationship, but not if you agreed on what you saw in previous relationships.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, I think that just
What does it say?
what we think is based on what we saw, but yeah, the questions are about us.
Yeah. So let's talk about what you both agree on is doing these things in your relationship.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So providing income. You agreed and you said both.
Let's go.
True.
Paying bills and handling finances. You agreed and you said Sienna.
Let's go.
It's like the shoe game at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
These ones, gassing up the car. You both said both.
Because we do it ourselves.
You have separate cars.
Yeah. I'm not going to drive to her car at the gas station and pump her gas and then go back to work.
That'd be so nice. I wouldn't have to get out in the cold.
Okay. And then laundry, both.
I do all of the laundry.
Nah.
I
Then
literally...
why did you answer? You answered both.
Roasted.
Okay, because at
at
that
this point
point,
in time.
we did do both. I did mine and he did his. Since that, I do all of the laundry every week, and I fold it and I put it away.
Because if I go near it, she rips my face off.
True.
So whatever.
Yeah, he does it wrong.
Well, that's a different conversation. Making the bed, Sienna.
Sienna.
Yes, but I will say, if I'm not home or if he is in bed after me or whatever, he knows that I like it, so he makes it for me.
But does he do it wrong?
Yes.
You need to accept.
Bro, it gets messed up every
he's
day though. Like,
trying.
I don't see
He's
the
trying,
point.
but like, there's a very specific like what the top is, and sometimes it's
I-
shifted. But it's okay.
But it doesn't
you try,
matter.
And it's the thought that counts, and I appreciate that you know that
You know,
I
some
like
people
it.
don't even have a bed.
So
Okay,
you do it.
just be
Whoa.
grateful.
Okay. Doing the dishes, Sienna.
100%. Also, he does.
What
it
you'll
wrong.
find is that if it's a Sienna thing, it means it's not just Sienna. It's Sienna thing. Desmond, don't come near it, or I will flip out.
That's true for dishes. We
and
tried.
this will be a fight if you touch it. But
Yeah.
there's not enough space on that paper to say all that.
We tried to both do dishes, and I was just redoing his dishes, and then that made him upset, and then it made me upset that he was upset because he didn't do it right. So we
That was
we
a
decided
very
to-
long time.
Clearly,
Yeah.
it's a whole thing.
we decided a long time ago that he just doesn't touch dishes. It's better this way.
Okay. Cooking meals, Desmond.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very slow shift to starting to both, but you definitely cook more.
I feel like that's kind of fair if you're doing the dishes. Whoever cooks dinner doesn't have to do the dishes.
I just make the mess and she cleans it.
I wish that was my life.
It works
I do
well.
both.
Got him.
I just don't like cooking.
All right, taking out the trash, both. Grocery
Yeah.
shopping, both.
Yeah.
So grocery shopping, is it like Desmond makes a list of meals he's going to make for the week, or is it just...
That's a good question. We kind of talk about what we are in the mood for, and then we just get the stuff, and I'll make it. And
So the meal planning is cooperative, but the cooking itself is on you.
right.
Yeah. Sometimes I prep things like if we don't want to take up too much time at night, like I'll prep it before I go to work, and then
Like a
he
casserole
just
or
has to like
something.
cook it or something. But yeah, we grocery shop usually on the weekends together. If we don't do it, then Desmond does the shopping on Monday.
Nice. Caring for a pet, neither.
We don't have
Yet.
one, but
Well,
maybe soon.
if you get one, who do you think is going to take that role?
Desmond.
Mostly me.
All right. As long as you agree on that.
Mostly, but you got to participate.
I mean, yeah, I'll participate, but it's going to be your dog.
It's going to be your baby.
Oh.
Oh. Okay,
You
let's
did not.
let's wait on that.
Wow.
That is a conversation later in this list. Okay,
I
let's
couldn't
keep
leave that open.
going. We're gonna keep going. Scheduling social events, both.
Yeah.
It's just we make the decision on whether we want to go or not.
Well, what about when you're wanting to host something?
That's more you.
It's a more like, hey, I want to do this, and then if we have a free time, free date, then we'll just agree that whether we want to have people in our house at that point, and then I plan it out.
And then I just help. Like he does most of the planning, and I just help like execute it.
Makes sense. Maintaining ties with friends, both.
Yeah,
Maintaining
Yeah.
ties with relatives, both.
I think we stay responsible for our own families. And then
Yeah.
keep them in the loop.
Mutual friends, you just have a group chat with me.
Yeah.
Just like, what's up?
Talking about spiritual matters, both.
Both.
Mhm.
That's pretty open
Decorating the house, Sienna.
for
Yes.
sure. That's another one of those things, dude.
Don't touch anything.
If we both agree, I already said what it meant. If we
Do
both
you-
agree on it,
Okay, but do you value Desmond's opinion about
No.
the choices you're making at all?
No.
Um,
No.
value.
Yeah.
That's
if
the
you have to
word.
define the word value, the answer is no.
I ask you, and if I agree with you, then
She
it works
asked
out
me-
well. And if I don't, then I
No.
tell you why I don't agree with you.
That's
and
not
then
why you
I-
asked me. You asked me just to say that you asked me. So it would seem like you care. You invite someone you don't really want to come to the party, but you invite them so you can say you invited them. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We can't even have, if you have a pumpkin candle, you better not take that out in the summertime or she will lose it. So you can't do these things.
Yeah. Everything has
The
its
house
place.
has to smell like apple only in apple season, whenever that is, whenever she decides it is.
That's true. That's,
Next.
Yes. Yes. There's nothing wrong with that.
So don't touch
I
it.
didn't think that conversation was going to get so
This house
heated.
doesn't look like I did anything here.
Well, I
Do
lived
you
here
care,
first.
though?
I just don't
No,
want
he doesn't.
Dude.
He complains about it, but he doesn't care. And if I ask him, I don't care. Just do it.
If he was in control of it, what would he do? It would have nothing.
It would be nothingness.
Because you don't need much.
It
You
makes
don't
it
need
feel
but
homey.
yeah, it's like I don't need those lights around the window, but it makes it
That's
feel
true.
more like cozy and
I'm
comfy
not
when they're
taking
on.
sides. I'm not taking sides.
Both of you make a great point.
Making major decisions, both.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, that should be a standard.
You'd be
Initiating-
surprised, bro.
Yeah.
I have some stories for you for some people. I'm not going to say no.
I mean, in certain situations, maybe, like if it's a major decision that doesn't affect the couple as a whole, I can understand making it individually. But once you're married, I feel like most decisions,
it's got to run through.
Should be. Yeah.
yeah. Initiating talks about the marriage, both.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Disciplining the children, neither.
We said that?
Well,
Well,
we
you
don't
don't
have,
have
kids.
children.
It will be both.
I feel like
We've had
yeah.
a lot of conversations about
Yeah.
that recently.
All right. So, those are things that you had already decided on and agreed on. Now we're going to go into the ones where you disagree.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm nervous.
So, I'll start with staying home with children. And this one, Sienna didn't answer. And
No
Desmond
comment.
said both.
Both?
Yeah, I probably didn't answer because it wasn't relevant. But if I was answering now, I'd probably say both because I think it's going to end up
But the
being
thing
that
is,
way.
It's weird because it said staying home with the kids, right?
Staying home with children, I feel like it's not just like someone staying home full time. Just in general, who's going to stay home if one person has to do something outside of a
Oh.
time where
Well,
Well,
then that
I
would be
think-
both.
yeah.
But we're planning on more. We've been talking about and planning more of you staying home more with the kids.
Yeah, more, but there's going to be times where
You'll
I'm
need a
going to
break,
work
yeah.
and you're going to be with the baby. I think it will be pretty
It's
split.
gonna be a balance.
I mean,
It's
it
I'm
might.
usually home by the midday anyway.
right.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Desmond
Mm-hmm.
is now babysitting his own child. Like
No.
that's
Oh,
the
I
most
hate that.
annoying
I
thing.
can't stand it when people say that.
Right.
Roasted.
It's the child's dad. They're not babysitting.
Right.
Okay.
It's called parenting.
Easier question. Yard work.
Me.
Sienna said both.
Yo, she's lying.
What was I on?
She's a liar.
I think I said both because you would want it to be both. I don't think I answered that honestly.
But I knew the truth,
Sorry,
and I
guys.
think I answered me.
I think in a way it's going to be both because Desmond's going to be doing the work and Sienna's going to be like, I don't want it like that.
Exactly, but outside,
I will help, but I'm certainly not good at it.
it's me. She won't help.
Okay.
she'll try making a point and try pushing the lawnmower or raking for like 5 minutes. Complain, be sweaty, huffing and puffing, start a fight with me so she has a reason to storm off and just go just hang out.
Okay. These next two things go hand in hand, I think. So there's auto maintenance and fixing things around the house. For both of these, Desmond said neither. And Sienna said herself for auto maintenance and Desmond for fixing things around the house.
Yeah, because I go
Talking about,
fix the
dude.
cars. No, I know exactly why I said that.
I know why
No,
she said it too.
I know why I said it, and you know why I said it, because you will not call and make appointments. I have to do everything. I have to schedule all the
Everything,
inspections
bro.
and stuff needing fixed for your car and my car, and you just like show up to like drive me home because we only have one car. It is
And you're bad
100% up to me to do all that.
Okay, so if you call making a phone call, fixing my car, yeah, Sienna fixes my car.
No,
No,
it's
automobile
not.
maintenance.
Yes, it's maintenance. So she is scheduling the
Okay, I
routine
guess.
maintenance. She's
guess.
keeping track of when things need to be done.
Do you
No,
remember?
they call me.
No, listen.
I
Listen.
just don't call them back.
Do you remember a couple of weeks ago when your windshield wipers weren't working because the fluid didn't come out? And I said, just stop at VIP on your way home and have them fix it. And you said, I'm not doing that. You're going to call.
Because we did this, and I knew that I had to stay true to it.
So I did it. But it's fine because you do other
Because
stuff that I don't
know
want to do.
me, bro.
Well,
You know.
okay.
I know.
This
I
is
hate
getting too heated.
Calm down. Bailey,
Let's
stop.
Let's keep going.
Why is she doing this?
Cleaning the house. Sienna said herself. Desmond said both.
The right
had
answer is both.
The right answer is both but there are some tasks that I am not allowed to do.
I do the majority of the cleaning, but you do help. If I like ask you to do something, you always
I'll do
it.
the
You don't-
vacuuming
it's not
and
like
the
you say
easy stuff.
no.
I do the stuff that she says, "Hey, can you do that?" That means I have the right to do that now because I don't do anything right in this house.
I love
Okay.
you. I'm sorry.
Planning vacations and holidays. Sienna said herself.
No.
Desmond said both.
Yes, obviously, because I answered that.
I don't know, dude. I do most of the planning stuff. Like when it comes to traveling and stuff, I pack all the food. I go shopping. I pack all the bags. I tell you what time we need to leave. You literally just get in the car and we go.
No.
Yes, Desmond.
No, bro.
Every time we go to the island. Every time we go to the island. Every time we go to camp. Every time.
No, I help make the list, and then I have my stuff packed always, and then you are just taking forever.
What stuff do you pack?
Clothes.
You don't pack your own clothes.
I say what I want, and then
And you don't pack your toothbrush. We get halfway there and you're like, did you pack my toothbrush and my deodorant?
I think that's a lot same
Oh.
for all couples, though.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now that we've gone through that, let's talk about how you think societal norms and how you saw your parents doing things affected your choices here.
I think, obviously based on like what we saw growing up, whether we know we're doing it or not, we're going to kind of morph that into our lives and our dynamics and stuff. But I realized through all of that, like I have a lot of my mom in me, and because she likes things a very certain way and don't mess with it, and she's just going to do it and get it done so it gets done the right way. And I see that all the time.
So it gets done the right way.
Even sometimes like when we're doing stuff, or if I say something, I'm like, whoa, that was like my mom right there. And it was also known, like my dad mows the lawn, my dad plows the driveway, like she doesn't do any of that. So like they definitely had their things, but then they also work together a lot, especially when it comes to like the kids and parenting and all that stuff. So I think that we have kind of, obviously you will have your take on what you saw growing up, but we've morphed that into just what works for us. And I think that we balance each other out well. And after 3 years, we figured out just kind of how it goes and how we make things work the best way.
So she definitely brought the whole, this is one person's responsibility, this is the other person's responsibility type thing. And I didn't see that when I first came in because, like, for the most part, other than like making the phone calls for like appointments and stuff, like my parents shared like everything for responsibilities, basically who was available at that time. So like when I came into this, I didn't really see territories and things, so I learned quickly because she would draw the boundaries on like responsibilities and stuff, so I would figure that out. So like while she basically like she does this, and then Desmond can kind of, if I want to participate, I work around her Sienna thing. Like for example, like she will do she'll do most of the stuff in the house for cleaning, and Desmond's allowed to sweep the floor. He's allowed to vacuum the carpet, and he's allowed to take the trash out. Don't touch anything else. And anything else that I'm allowed to, it's like that kind of stuff, because she takes pride in those things. And yeah, I'll probably mess it up, but it's more so of it's something that she like wants to do because she knows she's going to do it the way she wants it. And it just saves fighting, because it would just, I know it would make me upset if I went so hard cleaning. I don't know why I said hard like that. And she comes around and she's like, oh, did you wash the windows? When I did wash the windows, but that just is her way of saying I didn't do a good job.
And like we experienced that. Like that happened several times, which is why after time we've just morphed into like, okay, this is how it's going to be. And it's not, I feel like even sometimes when I tell people like, if they're like, ask if he helps with the dishes or something, I'm like, no, like I do the dishes. Like
She prefers it that way.
I don't want people to think like, oh, he doesn't help with anything, because that's not what it is. And it's not like I'm going around doing, oh, I do everything around here. I really truly do just like it that way. And he also has his things that he does that help. Like you take out most of the trash. You really do that a lot, because I don't want to walk all the way to the dumpster.
I gotta do something.
So like
now everyone knows, well, he does take out the trash. Like half the people hate me out here. And you're like, well, he does take out the trash.
I don't mean it like that. It just works. Whether they agree with it or not, we are happy and it works for us.
So it was a learning curve. So Desmond came into this thinking that relationships were 50-50, and whoever had the time did whatever the activity was or the chore or things like that. Whereas Sienna, you had a little bit different of experience where your parents shared responsibilities, but it wasn't necessarily 50-50, or it was more categorized who did what type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I see the power in both. I see more so like the power in more of what your parents were doing, because like yeah, they shared a lot of responsibilities, but like clearly your mom and dad had their strengths when it comes to managing the household. Mm-hmm. And they use those to their advantage, you know.
Right.
But I guess in like society now, you see people share those roles more often than not. Like couples share more of these responsibilities, and I'm not saying either one's right or wrong. I think it depends on the relationship, but
yeah, I think because
you definitely see it shared more.
Yeah, because they share it more. That's why sometimes I feel like a judgment with it, because this maybe isn't the societal norm anymore.
Right, but it's also what works in your relationship. So I can see how it works that way, and that not necessarily that you have more time to do these things, Sienna, but you have this way of feeling like it's done properly and in a way where you'd be proud for someone to come to your house and see what's been done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I can agree with that, and that's how I see things being done. And in my relationship, he works all the time. But that's because he likes to work all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as it can be frustrating that I feel like I'm doing so much of the stuff around the house, it's not because it's an expectation that I do all these things. It's because I'm the one there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And there are things that need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So
and
it's
he's
all about
contributing
balance.
in the like bringing in an income, and like that's his way of like helping contribute.
It'd be
And
different.
keeping
It'd be
his
different if he
sanity.
came home and sat on the couch all day and did nothing and expected you to do. That's
Right.
different. It's,
Right.
There's a balance to these things.
It's all about the balance. It's
Mm-hmm.
knowing that the other person isn't just being lazy and not doing things because they don't want to help.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's knowing that the things are being done the way so everyone's happy in the end.
And we're house shopping and stuff. So when it comes to, when it comes to the yard work, when it comes to, if we had a wood stove, I know you wouldn't be chopping the wood.
Nope.
I know when it comes to anything lifting, anything heavy and moving things or doing like this grunt work,
I'm good.
I already know it's my job.
It's because you're so strong.
That's what I would be part like. Desmond, can you
And-
do this? But it's not even like a discussion. We know the roles.
Right, but the thing is, people now, I'm not going to say I'm not a feminist because I definitely am, but people now take it to the extremes where, no, everything needs to be done by everyone and everything needs to be equal. And sometimes it's just that one person is better than the other at something, and it doesn't matter who it is. If Sienna was better at running a chainsaw, she would be the one running a chainsaw.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But that's just how it would be. It's
Yeah.
just like
it's just it's not because Sienna's the wife and you're the husband and you have to do the husbandly duties. It's just because that's how it works out in your relationship.
yeah.
True.
And we just so happen to fall into most of the norms of like the traditional.
Like gender roles.
Yeah, we just do.
Yeah.
And Part of it is because this is what we're raised, and part of it is because we live in a certain society, and part of it is because it's what our strengths are. So it's all about the balance. And I know this episode was kind of spicy. It was entertaining to say the least. It got kind of intense. We raised our voice a little bit. We usually don't do that on camera.
We're fine. Like this is don't make that face. Like this is just how we are, and this is what works for us. And we've figured. I mean, obviously, we have a lifetime to keep figuring it out and changing things, but
That's
overall, we've gotten into a pretty good groove with each other.
Well, yeah, but that's the point. You're going to change as people as you get older, and that means your relationship is going to change a little bit too. And the whole point is that you continue changing and working with each other the whole time.
Yeah.
All I know is that there wasn't as much conflict when Zach was here.
It's not my fault.
Bailey.
Yeah. Bailey brings
did
out
this to us.
this side
It's
that
not-
is different,
No.
that is funny, but entertaining, and I think that
I
she
am
enjoyed
not
every
taking-
second of it.
Show she loved
No.
it. Yes, I saw your face over the camera.
I was not poking the bear. I was not taking sides. This is not my fault. No one get mad at me.
So we have merchandise if people didn't know. I'll put the link below. And you should be able to go on there and buy all the Team Desmond shirts you want.
Or Team Siena.
We have some merchandise with Siena's face on it too.
Just as
I'm
much
not
as we
taking
do
sides.
with Desmond.
I'm not taking
and
sides.
we also have neutral neutral merchandise
If you don't want to
that
take
has
sides.
stuff like this, just the logo with all of our faces if you love all of us, and just new merchandise coming soon. And there's other ways to support us. You can donate to us. You can help us get new equipment. You can help us with ideas. Reach out to us if you have any ideas or anything that you love or hate. Share this with a friend if you love it. And if you want to know more about the SYMBIS assessment itself, I'll drop that link below too, so you and your spouse can, or significant other, whatever you want to call them, you can take this and see how accurate it is. It's really awesome. It shows some red flags for you to worry about, but also you learn a lot about yourself. And you can have some heated conversations and just learn about your relationship. Bailey, I hope you come back, and I hope you
Maybe.
have more fun. This was okay. I
It's
hope
alright.
I hope you come back and participate with us a little more. And if you don't want to, we enjoyed having your time here. You've been here with Siena, Desmond, and Bailey Beers. Thanks for watching.